Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we are taking a Swan dive into Nonorelia. Swan dive is a series that we do here where a game gets 1 hour to show us as much as it can, and then we have to stop at that point and then give our impressions on it and see if it's something that we want to keep playing, whether it's something that we are excited about, we'd buy outright, we'd wait for a sale, or maybe not touch it at all. But without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so as a quick disclaimer, I did get a key for Nonorelia for free. I got it through a service called Lurk It. It was provided by the developers to that service who then provided it to me. Just as a heads up, disclaimer on that, I didn't pay for my copy of Nonorelia. Also, as a quick disclaimer, there's going to be some really minor spoilers going on in this because I just kind of got to give you an idea of like what this game is, how it works, what it's about, and that includes the story. And there's two halves that are happening in Nonorelia. The first is an indie visual novel, okay? You are a scientist, engineer, guy that works on a remote planet or moon or something like that. You're in space, you're on a planet, and there's basically no one else there. This planet is rich in resources, so you're operating a station that is meant to collect the resources for whatever corporate overlord you work for. The main character's name is Noah, who seems to be like one of the lead engineers there, and there are two other characters that exist. One is Hannah, which clearly Noah has some sort of history with. I think that they're married, maybe. I don't know, it wasn't super forthcoming on that. I think that's one of the things that you're supposed to find out as you like play further through the game. And then a character called Angelon. And Angelon, there's just copies of Angelon, like hundreds of them, I think. I don't remember what the highest number I saw them say was, but there's a machine on this planet that just makes more Angelons so that they have more people. And Noah and Hannah kind of look at Angelon is like their daughter, and I don't know if maybe like she's like a copy of their daughter, like their first daughter. We didn't get that far, okay? We only got an hour. Anyway, so Noah's an engineer, and he has to service and work on the machines of this, whatever this is, okay? And, you know, it's like, all right, well, how do you do the work on the machines? The work is the puzzle. It's these nonograms. So, you know, nonograms, I didn't know they were a thing, but we'll talk about those just a little bit more in just a moment. But anyway, so you got to work your way around the station, you repair the station, you work on parts, and then the last thing that actually happened right before we hit that 1 hour mark is that a fucking nuke dropped and blew up half the station and probably killed like half of the Angelons, and we're like, holy crap, why would you blow up a freaking research collection station? Panic ensues, and then an hour clicked by, and I was like, well, that's a nice little plot hook for us. Now, the thing is, though, when it comes to the writing of this game, honestly, it's kind of hilarious, okay? Because Noah is like this, like, we'll just say he's like a 40-year-old engineer that's been working in the same job for like who knows how long, and he's just done. A lot of his responses are like deadpan, and he's just like, I don't give a shit. I'm just here to do my job. I hate my job. I hate where I'm at. And I'm just gonna go over here and work on this thing and fix it, because what even is the point in life when I'm just gonna die on this stupid moon with only one other real person who I have this awkward history with, and then a bunch of copies that all refer to me as dad, I think. I don't remember. But it's also weird because like they also wanted kind of like a sim game in this form of the visual novel part, because you can just be a total dick. You can just be like, nah, you're stupid. And you're like, dang, that's pretty fucking harsh there, guy. But by all means, sure. And there are like some trait bars of like how good of a person you are and like what your connections might mean. But as far as I can tell, I don't know that they matter yet. It might matter later in terms of some form of like different ending. But that wasn't the part that I ended up caring about. That was just actually like a pretty decent vessel to lead me to a thing that I didn't know existed, which was the nonograms. So just as a thing, the nonograms, they are a lot, okay? Like, I didn't know how to do them because I was not a smart man and did not do the tutorial. Taking that standard man cliche of like, I don't need to read the instructions. I probably should have fucking read the instructions. But that said, okay, the nonograms, they were Really, really cool. But you need to try one, and I would advise literally just Googling nonogram and then just trying one of those and see if you like them. And then if you do, then depending on how much you like them, reconsider your interest and investment in Nonorelia, okay? Because you need to enjoy them, and you need to enjoy them a lot. Now, I loved them a lot. I'd never done them before. I'd never heard of them. Once I figured out what they were and how they worked, I was like, oh, this is super cool. It just like scratched a deep part of my brain from the inside that I didn't know I could scratch. And so when we got to the next nonogram, like I'm talking out loud, like, yeah, 1 2 2 8 1 7 2 9 9 9 4 9 2 1 3, and I'm just like feeling all of the good happy juice in my brain go off. It was great, okay? If you can't tell, I really enjoy that aspect of it. Now, that said though, couple other notes. This is an early access game, and it's a visual novel game, and so they're releasing the early access in like chapters of the visual novel, and it's $25 in early access. And it's a really big niche. Like, it's not even just a visual novel game. It is a visual novel game where you do effective, like the closest comparison you have is Sudoku, but it's not the same as Sudoku, but it's similar enough that if you know what Sudoku is, you can use that as a loose comparison. And it's like, all right, early access visual novel. Visual novels are already a hard sell for people, especially if they're not made from the same company that makes Steins Gate as well as all the other Steins Gate crap. And so if you're not that company, you're like already in like a hyper niche within a hyper niche. And then you added on the Sudoku thing, it's nonograms. And then so you're a niche within a niche within a niche. And so you are just like fishing in barren waters for people that want to play your game, let alone give you money for it. And so I'm like, I don't even know if $25 was a good call. I think like $19.99 might have been better. It's not a big difference. The actual amount that is pretty small, but it's really big on perception. And it also allows you to make really good, attractive sales, because I think you have to put your game like 30% off on Steam for it to like send people emails. And so like 30% off off of $20 puts it down to, what is that, 14, which puts you below the 15 mark. Or if you do 50% off, then it's that $9.99 mark, and people are like, dude, it's under 10 bucks. Fuck yeah. And that makes it more appealing to people that might not otherwise be interested in it. That all said, if you want a really uniquely written visual novel to where like they just didn't need to wear gloves for the whole thing, and or you really enjoy nonograms, and I would advise going and trying a nonogram first to see if you enjoy it, and if you do, awesome. But you need to enjoy them. If you want or enjoy either of those things, it's easily worth it. Otherwise, I would wait for a sale. So for Nonorelia, I'd say buy it if it's on sale, but also only if you are genuinely interested in it. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. This has been your swan dive into Nonorelia. We're going to be doing more of these moving into the future because I got a lot of games that I want to check out and I don't got a lot of time to do it. And that's the idea behind Swan Dive. So let me know what games you'd like me to check out. I have like 2,200 games in my freaking Steam library and freaking consoles out the wazoo. So yeah, just let me know what you want me to check out. Or I don't know if there's a way that I can link my Steam library, but I'll look. And if so, it'll be linked down below. But either way, let me know. We also stream on Twitch. Right now, we're actually replaying through Final Fantasy VII Remake, getting ready for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so come check that out if that's something that you might be interested in. I'd love to have you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.